The story picks up the morning after the previous chapter's shocking cliffhanger. Kris awakens in their room, but the mystery of the knife is quickly resolved by their mother, Toriel. It turns out Kris simply used it to eat an entire pie during the night, much to Toriel's dismay. At school, Kris reunites with Susie, who is eager to return to the dark world. The class, taught by Alphys, briefly convenes before being dismissed. The focus quickly shifts back to the lingering mysteries from their previous adventure, with Susie pulling Kris toward the ominous supply closet. Kris and Susie enter the familiar dark world and are greeted by a lonely Ralsei. He reveals that their old classroom has transformed back, but he has a plan. By bringing items from other potential dark worlds to his, they can give the displaced Darkners a new home in his town. Ralsei unveils his newly expanded Castletown, now bustling with the enemies they spared in the last chapter. He has even prepared personalized rooms for Kris and Susie, hoping to make this world a second home for them. This gesture highlights his deep desire for friendship and connection. After exploring the town and interacting with familiar faces like the former king, the group decides to return to the light world to work on their school project. Lancer and Roxel's card stow away in Kris's pocket, transforming into key items as they cross back over to reality. Back in the school, they head to the computer lab, only to find the room plunged into darkness. A new dark fountain has erupted, creating a bizarre technology-themed world. Despite the need to do their project, Susie's thirst for adventure leads them to jump straight into the new portal. Inside the cyberworld, they find their classmates Berdly and Noelle have been captured. They are soon confronted by the world's eccentric ruler, Queen, who plans to make everyone her willing peons. Ralsei arrives just in time to help them fight off Queen's initial wave of robotic minions. Queen challenges the heroes to a fighting game, which they comically lose because Kris can't reach the controls. Ralsei and Susie team up to operate the machine, leading to a punch-out style minigame. Despite winning the virtual battle, Queen is unfazed and escapes with Noelle. The party ventures deeper into the cyberworld, a sprawling city of advertisements and traffic. They encounter the Sweet Captain Cakes trio, a resistance group fighting against Queen's oppressive rule. After a dance battle, the musicians become allies and offer their help from their junk shop base. The party continues through the city, encountering new enemies and puzzles based on internet culture like pop-up ads and mouse-clicking games. The team dynamics evolve as they learn new cooperative actions in battle, showcasing their growing bond and combat prowess against Queen's forces. It's revealed that Roxel's card, the self-proclaimed ultimate minion, has defected and is now attempting to serve Queen. He's been commissioning the Sweet Captain Cakes trio to build him a new machine, hinting at a future confrontation and continuing his role as a persistent, bumbling antagonist. The heroes catch up to Queen, who has put Noelle and a newly recruited Berdly on a dangerous roller coaster. Berdly, now fully aligned with Queen's vision of a Smartopia, confronts the party. The ensuing battle takes the form of a bumper car-style chase on the unfinished roller coaster tracks. After the roller coaster crashes, the party lands in a trash heap. Lancer, who is hiding in Kris's pocket, begins to turn to stone, as he is a Darkner not native to this world. Ralsei reveals the only way to save him is to get him back to Castletown's fountain. Kris gets separated from the group and must navigate a section of the city alone. They find Noelle hiding, and the two form a truce to find their friends. This segment allows Noelle to become a temporary party member, revealing her own set of abilities and her deep-seated crush on Susie. Queen, comically intoxicated on battery acid, forms a temporary truce with Kris to find their respective missing companions. Berdly also joins this chaotic alliance, leading to a hilarious scene where they all encounter a ridiculously heroic statue of Berdly and Queen, complete with wearable Crocs. Kris and Noelle tackle a series of clever puzzles involving guiding mice through mazes to press switches. Their teamwork is interrupted by Berdly, who is comically oblivious to the situation and believes he is rescuing Noelle from Kris, leading to another unique battle that plays on his ego. The party finally reunites, with Noelle officially joining the team under the pretense of a truce. Berdly, however, misinterprets the entire situation. He believes Kris has kidnapped Noelle and challenges them to a battle to save her, all while being completely unaware of her true feelings. Kris encounters a mysterious and glitchy salesman named Spamton in a back alley. This bizarre character, speaking in corrupted ad speak, engages Kris in a strange battle. He offers a special deal and pushes Kris to find a hidden basement in Queen's mansion, setting up a major side quest. After a wild car ride sequence where Queen forces the team to help her find Noelle, the car explodes. The party splits up again, with Queen giving Kris a mixtape to win over Noelle. Meanwhile, Noelle reflects on her past and a missing childhood friend named Des, short for December. The full party finally comes together. Susie, Ralsei, Kris, and Noelle team up, with Berdly joining their side after a brief misunderstanding. Their combined strength is put to the test as they navigate the final stretch toward Queen's mansion, facing new enemy combinations and more elaborate puzzles. The heroes are captured and placed in personalized rooms based on their internet search histories. Lancer uses his wits to order a mountain of shovels, freeing Kris. However, upon being freed, Lancer turns completely to stone, raising the stakes and making their mission to seal the fountain even more urgent. While exploring the personalized rooms, the party finds doors labeled with the names of other characters, including their schoolmates, Caddy and Jockington, and most notably, Kris's older brother, Azriel. This suggests that others from the light world have used the library computers, leaving a digital footprint. During a series of block puzzles, Berdly's facade of intelligence crumbles. He confesses that he's not truly smart and has relied on Noelle's help to maintain his top student status. Susie's unexpected kindness leads to a change of heart, and Berdly genuinely joins their side, ready to fight for his friends. The team infiltrates Queen's mansion, which is filled with pottery to smash, patrolling laser-firing statues and new butler-themed enemies. They discover that Ralsei's card is now working for the Queen, but he's just as comically inept as ever, serving as a minor obstacle. The party makes its way through a grand dining hall where Queen has prepared a feast. They must find a key hidden under one of the many platters. A stray dog appears and helps them find the key by chaotically running through the room, destroying all the platters in the process. Berdly proposes a plan to rescue Noelle via a secret passage to the roof. He and Susie head off together, leaving Kris and Ralsei to navigate an It's a Small World-style acid boat ride. The ride is interrupted by Ralsei's card, who attacks them with a new machine built from trash. During the boat ride, Kris and Ralsei share a quiet, heartfelt moment. Ralsei opens up about his insecurities and his growing understanding of friendship, realizing it's about more than just being nice. The moment strengthens their bond just before the final confrontation. Meanwhile, Susie and Berdly find Noelle. Believing she is in a dream, Noelle opens up to Susie on a Ferris wheel ride. The scene is a major turning point for their relationship, filled with vulnerability and mutual understanding, though Berdly later misinterprets the entire situation completely. The full party regroups just as they prepare to face Queen. Before heading to the final battle, Kris has the opportunity to explore a secret area related to the salesman Spamton. This path seems to be an optional side story, separate from the main quest to defeat Queen. Following Spamton's instructions, Kris travels back to his shop in the trash zone. The strange character asks Kris to take an empty disc to a machine hidden in a secret basement within Queen's mansion, promising a big shot reward in exchange for this mysterious task. Kris finds a hidden switch that opens a secret passage in Queen's mansion. This leads to the eerie, abandoned basement. The atmosphere is tense and unsettling, reminiscent of the true lab from Undertale, hinting that something significant and likely dangerous is ahead. After Kris inserts the loaded disc into the machine in the basement, the secret boss is revealed. Spamton transfers himself into a giant, powerful robot body, becoming Spamton Neo. Driven by a desperate desire for freedom, he attacks the party in a climactic and challenging secret battle. The battle against Spamton Neo is grueling, filled with chaotic bullet hell patterns and unique mechanics. In the end, the party defeats him. Spamton, in his final moments, offers Kris his power before turning into an item, leaving behind a mysterious shadow crystal and many unanswered questions. The party confronts Queen on the rooftop. She reveals her master plan to use Noelle's determination to create more dark fountains and expand her rule. She captures Berdly, forcing a final battle. However, Berdly manages to break free from her control, turning the tide. For the final battle, all the allies Kris and Susie have made throughout the chapter combine their efforts to create a giant mech. The gameplay shifts into another Punch-Out style fight, this time with the hero's mech, the Thrash machine, facing off against Queen's Giga Queen robot. After a spectacular battle, the heroes defeat Giga Queen. With her plans foiled, Queen tries to convince Noelle to create a fountain anyway. Noelle stands up to her, refusing to create a world built on control. Ralsei then reveals the truth. Too many fountains will summon the Titans and cause the roaring, an apocalypse. With the world saved, the party says their goodbyes. Kris seals the fountain, and everyone wakes up back in the computer lab. They find that Noelle and Berdly believe the entire experience was just a strange dream, leaving the truth of the dark world a secret between Kris, Susie, and Ralsei. Back in Castletown, Queen has moved in and now considers herself Lancer's mother, much to the king's annoyance. The various recruits from the cyber world have also found new homes and roles within the town, creating a lively and expanded hub world for the heroes. In the light world, Kris and Susie explore the town before heading home. They interact with various characters, including Sans, Asgore, Undyne, and Alphys. The conversations reveal more about the town's dynamics, relationships, and the lingering tension between Toriel and Asgore. The party visits the town graveyard and speaks with the priest Alvin, who is Garrison's son. He shares stories about Kris's brother, Asriel, revealing his kind but overly conscientious nature. This provides more context on Asriel's character and his relationship with Kris. Kris and Susie arrive at Kris's house, where Toriel invites Susie to stay and bake a pie. The scene is heartwarming, showing a softer side of Susie and providing her with a moment of domestic peace she may not have at her own home. Kris, however, acts strangely in the background. Susie ends up staying for a sleepover. While she and Toriel are distracted, the player loses control of Kris. Kris gets up, rips their soul out, and opens the front door. This confirms that Kris has their own will, separate from the player controlling their heart-shaped soul. In the chapter's final, chilling moments, Kris, now seemingly in full control, uses their knife to create a new dark fountain right in the living room. Smoke and darkness billow out, engulfing the house and the sleeping Susie, ending the chapter on another massive cliffhanger and potentially revealing Kris as the Roaring Knight.